Let's welcome in Ray Kelly, who had also served as NYPD Commissioner back in 2002. Commissioner, welcome to National Report. I'm sure this is a very sad time for you and other NYPD officers, though, those who knew Mr. Kerik personally. Can you tell us what you're thinking about today?
Sure. Anytime you lose someone with Bernie Kerik's stature, it's going to have a great impact on the department and its alumni. Bernie was a unique character. He's full of energy. He became very close to former Mayor Rudy Giuliani, and they really formed a bond. And he was a detective in the NYPD. And then when Rudy became mayor, he made Bernie Kerik the corrections commissioner, a corrections department in New York City, and then ultimately made him the police commissioner. And of course, he was police commissioner on 9/11, the horrific day. And I think that's what people remember Bernie most for, his leadership, and of course, Mayor Giuliani's leadership on 9/11 and the terrible dark days after that.
Indeed, right? We can't forget that, right? It's really stepping up in truly the darkest time, one of the darkest time in America's history here, definitely in recent history. Current New York City Mayor Eric Adams has shared a message as well, and we'd like to share that with you and our viewers. Eric Adams posting on X, I was just this afternoon that I stopped by the hospital to see Bernie Kerik, my friend of nearly 30 years before his passing. He was with his loved ones who are in my prayers tonight. He was a great New Yorker and American. Rest in peace, my friend. And of course, you know, Eric Adams, a Democrat mayor, right, but has a background in police as well. So could you talk to me about maybe how he was viewed by folks he didn't agree with politically on everything, but seemed to obviously leave a great impact?
You're talking about Mayor Adams or Bernie Kerik?
Yeah, both. Or if you know of that friendship?
Well, I don't know of that friendship, but that's what Mayor Adams claims. And he said he was at the hospital yesterday. I just found out about it yesterday. And then, of course, Bernie Kerik died last night. So apparently they had a relationship, and I think the message is very nice. And the one from Kash Patel is very moving as well. Bernie was that kind of guy. He generated a lot of emotion in people. He was charismatic. I thought he was, and he had a great sense of humor. And he was an adventurer. He was in Iraq. President Bush placed him in a special job in Iraq, and then he later nominated him to be the director of Homeland Security. That didn't quite work out. But that's what President Bush thought of him. Mm-hmm. So Bernie was a special guy, and did a excellent job in the police department, but particularly in those days after 9/11.
Right. Yeah, we were showing just some images there. Of course, he was alongside Giuliani in that last one, but also with the former president, right, as the world was watching in this moment and waiting to hear what Bernie Kerik had to say. The NYPD also sharing on social media. We'll read it to you now. The NYPD is mourning the passing of former Police Commissioner Bernie Kerik. For nearly 2 decades, Kerik served and protected New Yorkers in the NYPD, including helping rebuild the city in the aftermath of 9/11. We offer our deepest condolences to his family and loved ones. Again, a nice, pleasant message here from the NYPD. Those who he served alongside, obviously, his legacy will remain, by the way. Could you talk to me? Could you talk to me about what that means in the long term? What we can all learn from Bernie Kerik?
Well, you know, so much the police department has to do with tradition and history. We look back a lot, and we base a lot of what happens in the police department on what gone before us. So Bernie Kerik plays a major role as far as this tradition and is concerned. As I say, his leadership on 9/11 and after 9/11 was very, very important. The city was on edge. I would say the country was on edge. And Rudy Giuliani and Bernie Kerik helped keep us together. And they did an amazing job. And I don't think the city institutionally will ever forget it. It shouldn't.
Indeed. So well said. Former Commissioner Ray Kelly, always a pleasure. Thank you so much for coming on Newsmax today.
Information. Truth is freedom. Is Newsmax. It's real news for real people.